The nonprofit organization Paws'itive Teams was founded by Carol Davis and Charlie King in 1997. Now, these two dedicated women train service dogs to assist people with limited mobility so they can become more independent. Today, we're going to experience the remarkable bond between the Paws'itive graduate team of Alesha Thomas and her four-legged partner named Autumn. Check this out.
Are we going to go to tutoring?
My name is Alesha Thomas and I'm a fifth-year student at UCSD, majoring in human biology with a minor in healthcare.
Good girl.
And this is Autumn. She's my service dog, and she came into my life in the spring of 2011. Every morning, I get Autumn dressed before we go out. Autumn, let's get dressed. Get dressed. Good girl.
I'm Carol Davis. I'm one of the co-founders of Paws'itive Teams. We train and place service dogs for people with mobility limiting disabilities, usually people who use wheelchairs.
Autumn knows that when she puts her vest on, it's time to get ready to go to work.
We start with puppies when they're very young, and here we have two of our pups in training. The little black one here, his name is Stark, and he's 9 months old. And the little blonde girl here is about 18 months old, and her name is Addie.
I have cerebral palsy spastic diplegia, which is a birth defect caused by lack of oxygen to the brain at birth. And I've had many orthopedic surgeries and other things like that, and went through many years of physical therapy. And I decided that while I was in my last few years of college, I wanted to train with a service dog so that when I was ready to go to graduate school, I would have extra help so that, you know, if someone wasn't able to be with me, I have someone, even though they have 4 legs, she's, you know, a great help to my life. And so I wanted that extra security of having help after I left the college setting.
We were first formed in 1997, so we've been placing service dogs for quite some time now, and very rewarding process.
Ready? Tug. That's it. Tug. Drop. Good boy.
We're working right now at our training center, which is in the Miramar area, that we're very proud to have and train on an ongoing basis with our dogs.
Autumn, get it? Get it, that's it, that's it.
Yes, good girl. Good girl.
Paws'itive Teams has an all-volunteer training staff. Well, the only paid position we have is our executive director. Our trainers are all volunteers. Each trainer will take 1 pup at a time at 7 or 8 weeks of age. That pup goes into the trainer's home, lives with the trainer for 2 years, and that trainer takes the dog to work, all sorts of places. We meet here at the training center for all sorts of training sessions. The trainer teaches basic obedience as well as skills work. It takes about 2 years. We don't feel the dog is mature enough to match with a disabled person until they're fully mature, because we have to match the skills and personality of the dog with the needs and lifestyles of the individual.
My friend Patrick also has a service dog through Paws'itive Teams named Kona, and I ran into his mom one day when I was volunteering at Rady Children's Hospital because she's a nurse there, and she said, hey, there's a vegetarian dog that's about to be ready for placement. You should really apply for her.
One of the most important skills we teach for somebody who uses a wheelchair is retrieval, because they're dropping things all the time, or things are out of reach. They're too high or too low or underneath something.
And I applied for her, and it just so happened that 10 o'clock the next morning, I got a call and they said they wanted to interview me, and it was successful. And then about a month later, I got another call that they wanted to set up a home interview, which is the second step process. And then that was successful, and Autumn's birthday is on May 4th, so I interviewed for the home interview on April 11th, and I emailed her trainer on Autumn's birthday and said, I know you guys don't know who Autumn is being placed with yet, but I just wanted to say happy birthday. And then the next day at 12:30 p.m., I got a call from Carol, and she said, we just wanted to let you know that you've been placed with Autumn, and I immediately burst into tears and couldn't even talk anymore. I was so excited.
The matching process is extremely important. So we don't place our dogs based on when somebody applies, but if we have a right match for that dog.
She just became so in tune to my emotions, and not only being my service dog and helping me, you know, physically, but also helping me mentally and emotionally and supporting me. And she really helps because I know that she's there all of the time. Like, she's kind of my sidekick in the sense that, like, if something happens with me, I don't have to worry because I know she is right next to me. I know that I have help with me at all times, and I'm not stuck if a person isn't around to help. Autumn has really changed my life in the sense of she's made it a lot easier.
The reason we do this with Paws'itive Teams is because we get to see how these wonderful dogs are changing the lives of their partners.
And a lot of times, even if I'm writing lab reports at 4 in the morning, even though she's in her bed and she might be kind of sleeping, she's there because she knows that I'm stressed out, so she's kind of on call 24/7. Autumn means the world to me. Like, there are some days where I just think about how much she's done for my life, and in fact the other day I was just randomly thinking about her and I actually started crying because I could never imagine from the beginning how much a dog would impact my life. Like, I knew that this was going to be a special journey and we were going to be best friends, but I don't think anybody can really prepare you for the relationship that you build. And I mean, I literally fall asleep at night to the sound of her breathing.
The things that our dogs do for these people is giving them greater independence, and this is the reason that we do what we do.
She does so much for me, not only physically but emotionally, and just having her there, like, I can't imagine my life without her. Like, I can never imagine ever living my life without a service dog ever again.
I love you.
What a perfect partnership between Alesha and Autumn. If you'd like to contact Paws'itive Teams, do so at pawsiteteams.org. Up after the break, photographer Rachel Belinsky shares her book, Tales from the Fishbowl. Later in the show, we see how lives change through the magical power of horses at Magic Horse Therapy Riding Center. Don't miss it.